Hi guys, welcome back. This is Erin from Painting Those Piggies, and today we are back for another round of weekly manis. You are shaking because Millie is rubbing on the tripod, of course. So today is a quick round of weekly manis. I feel like, I don't know what happened this week. It was just kind of a mess. Like the first 3 days I wore the same nails for Christmas weekend, and then today I legit don't have any nail polish on, which is kind of a mess. So, oh, I'm getting poked, I'm getting prodded. We have Millie today, of course, wearing her gingerbread bandana. She scratched me on my face, so she was in trouble yesterday, but obviously she is back, the star of the show, of course. So I'm gonna get right into what I wore this week. So for my Christmas nails, I actually was going to wear Cupcake Polish Plumpy. I was gonna do a ruffian manicure with like red as the base and then Plumpy as like a really holographic green, but then I don't know what happened. I got inspired to do candy cane nails because I just kind of kept seeing them on Pinterest everywhere, and I wanted to incorporate pink into it, so I decided to do pink candy cane nails, and it actually ended up like really late at night, the night before we were gonna leave for the weekend, and so I kind of had to do them really rushed, and so they weren't the best outcome, but I still did them anyways. I was looking for a really specific kind of like cotton candy pink, and I really couldn't find anything in my collection, so I ended up picking this one out of my collection, and it ended up being like a terrible formula, but I had to work with it because it was the only one that kind of fulfilled that like cotton candy pink. And this one I don't have a specific swatch of because I really was short on time. This one is OPI Suzi Nails New Orleans. I even took this bottle and like tried to compare it to other pinks in my collection and could not find anything. I had messed up like my pointer finger on my swatching hand like several times, and so the one you're gonna see, like I had scraped it off like 3 separate times, and so that one only has like 1 coat of polish on it because I got so sick of redoing it. But the formula was something left to be desired on this polish. I really did not like it, but I really liked the color. It was the perfect like candy cane, cotton candy, like candy pink. Ow, claws. Cotton candy pink, and so I really liked it, but I didn't swatch it separately just because I was like, please dry so I can put tape over it. I didn't even like do anything fancy. I just cut up strips of washi tape. So the tape kind of like bled a little bit, and I had to like dip some acetone on a brush and clean it up. It was a little bit messy, but whatever, it wasn't the best, but that's okay. I did end up using this darker red as the candy cane strips and this is Essie's Limited Addiction. I will be showing this in a video shortly. I've already filmed that video. It's going to go up next week, so you'll see where it appears in that video, but I did pull this from my D-stash pile. This is kind of like a maroony red cream. It's kind of like acrylic actually, and so I thought it worked really well for the nail art, and so that is Essie's Limited Addiction. So I will insert a final clip of like my candy cane nails with the candy cane that was kind of the inspiration. It was kind of funny because I had the perfect image of like a pink and red candy cane, but I could see my family being like, there's not pink candy canes, but I actually had one at home, so I had to take pictures with it. So that was what I wore for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, which we were gone for Christmas in Iowa, so that's why it was 3 days. Okay, so for Tuesday, I was not yet over the Christmas manicures yet, so I did go ahead and wear something red. This one ended up kind of being a fail too because I put HK Girl Top Coat on this, and I went and laid in bed because I've been going to bed really early this week, and one of my nails like completely just like came off. Like top coat was dry, but all the layers underneath was not dry. So this nail on my other hand was literally, it just like came right off, and there was like 1 layer of red polish on it, but all the rest of the coat just came off, and I was horrified. So I had to redo that nail only, but the rest were okay. So I just like slapped Seche Vite on top of it, but it was like just horrifying. It was just like whoop, and it all came off as I was laying in bed, and I had to like search around for it where it had fallen, like this polish with glitter on top of it. It was so weird. But this manicure for Tuesday, I used this base. This is Formula X Flashy. I'll just like pop in a swatch really quick because I had swatched this before. It's just a red jelly, and then this is the polish, which is new. I tried to show new polishes, or not new, but ones that I haven't shown before in weekly manis. This one I picked up at Kohl's recently, or actually I made my husband go to Kohl's and pick it up for me. I had seen it and I really liked it. I actually picked up 2 polishes from Kohl's, and I had seen this collection just like sitting at one of the cashier's stands, and it was really hard to look at because everybody was buying things before Christmas at Kohl's. But I had seen this one and another one that's going to show up in what I'm filming after this, which is my December polish haul, and I thought the 2 were really pretty. So this one is Essie's Summit of Style. And it's kind of weird because when I look at swatches of this online, it looks like it's a pink glitter, but in the bottle right here, it is definitely just a bronze glitter. It's just kind of like bronze and micro glitter hexes, and I really like it. So I put this on top. It's not my favorite combination. I definitely think this would look better over like a nude pink or a different nude, or maybe like something that's not this warm toned, but you know, it was like the day after we had come home traveling and I really didn't care that much. So I just slapped them on together because I wanted to wear a new polish to show you guys. So the one I was really wanting to show was Essie's Summit of Style. Not my favorite combination, but it's what I wore on Tuesday. Okay, so next up is what I wore on Wednesday. This actually turned out to be quite a fail too. Actually, everything but the candy canes this week was a fail, which was kind of disappointing. Maybe that's why I forgot to paint my nails last night. I actually did forget, but I ended up in bed at like 8:45 because I didn't feel good, and I literally just forgot, and I was like, oh crap. My nails are going to be naked for my weekly manis, which is embarrassing, but whatever. So I picked this one for Wednesday. I've been wanting to wear this color. I had actually wanted to pick up Essie's Girly Grunge. I think it was from the fall collection, but I never did. There's a couple colors from that collection that I wanted to pick up, but I didn't. And I wanted to pick that one up, but it was so similar to a color from the spring collection. I think it was like based on like French treats, but I didn't pick it up because it was so similar. One is warm toned, that one was cool toned, but I saw this in that big Formula X kit that I had bought and decided to try it. This is Formula X by Sephora's Racy, and it looks very similar. Obviously I don't have it to compare, so I slapped 2 coats of this. It looked great. I put on a top coat, it looked good, and then I used an old Seche Vite that I had that I'm trying to use up. It was a little bit gloopy. Totally ruined it. It looked so chunky and gloopy, so it has nothing to do with this. Also, if you're wondering where Millie is, oh yeah, totally content. So at least she's not walking around everywhere this time, but I'm also afraid that she might bite me because she did scratch me pretty good on my face. But I just totally failed this. So even the swatch photos look disgusting, but it looked really good until I ruined it with a gross top coat. So this is like a almost like a grapey purple metallic, which I like metallics. It would probably be super good for stamping, which I didn't think of that until just now, but I'm sure it would be beautiful for stamping, but I just ruined it. It looked really bad when I added that top coat, so don't let the swatch photos fool you. It looked super gross in the swatch photos, but that again is Formula X's Racy, which I wore on Wednesday. Alright, and last one I have is what I wore yesterday, which was Thursday. I'm sorry I didn't include a polish for today. Like I said, it totally escaped me, so we're one short for this week, but I guess that happens. Not usually to me, but I totally forgot. This is the last polish I'm going to show you. This is for Friday. This one is a gorgeous color and I wanted to love it. I did actually pull it out of the D-stash pile. The formula is terrible. It looks really pretty in the swatches, but it's not. Don't let it fool you. This is Essie's Find Me in Oasis, which I thought was pretty good, considering like it's awful and it's snowing outside and it's freezing, and it took me like 45 minutes to drive home because it just snowed like 4 inches and it's still snowing, and I don't know how to drive in snow. I learned how to drive in Florida, so I'm not a snow driver at all. And so I thought this was pretty good because it's been freezing outside. And this is from a resort collection from Essie. I really like icy blues in winter. I think they're perfect for winter. But the formula on this was really gross and gloopy and not self-leveling at all. I did work through it in 3 coats. If you're like really careful and like don't manipulate it enough, you can get it to look good if you try really hard, but it is really frustrating to work with. But with 3 coats and a lot of patience, you can make it work. But I don't know, it's hard. Just get Zoya's blue if you're looking for a light baby blue. This is not worth it. And again, that is Essie's Find Me in Oasis. So that is everything in my, I almost said project polish. That is everything in my weekly manis. I know we had a shorter week this week, but that's just how it goes sometimes. As always, if you want to tell me what you wore this week, please leave me a comment down below. I know I'm a little bit behind on comments. It's just because we've been traveling for the holidays. I promise I will get to replying to them. I'm not like forgetting you guys or anything. I'm just a little bit behind, which hopefully you guys understand. I will reply to them eventually. So thank you guys so much for watching another week of weekly manis, and I will talk to you next time. Bye guys.